Hey, it's the hardcore legend Mick Foley, and you are listening to Bell to Bell with Bobby Blaze.
Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update.
But that's Brock Lesner, and man, I think everyone knows what a badass he is.
Me and Brock Lesnar are two different people. You know, he's an animal, and I'm a smaller animal.
So damn big and so damn strong, and you know, I can't imagine it, but I've heard it happens that people still, if he's out, people still want to try, you know, to test a guy like that.
For you, that is how you train?
Well, that's a portion of what, that's just some conditioning stuff that I would do, yeah.
Frightening to me. I would never, if you were in my gym, I would quit the gym immediately and go, arrest that guy.
At that point, you got to walk away because you're a professional, you know, and someone has to say, look, you don't want to do this.
You want to do it?
Because he could kill a man. If you're at the bar and you've had one too many and you think you're going to whip Brock Lesner's ass, you're a crazy fucking nut and you're drunk and you're not thinking or whatever, and you better be glad that someone talked you back out of the bar or out of the building, or they at least talk Brock enough to say, hey, it's not worth it, man, walk away, you know, because one always wants to test someone, but that's not a man that needs to be tested. He is legit badass. Hell of a wrestler. I'm not crazy about his pro style per se.
I always thought that Brock was a great athlete. Brock was not a natural pro wrestler. He hadn't really been a big fan. He was an amateur, which is a different mindset, and he didn't take to it naturally. He physically, he could do the moves, don't get me wrong, because that's the easiest thing for an athlete. Physically, all these guys can do the moves, but mentally, when to do them, why to do them, where to do them, and the emotion, the facial expressions, that didn't come naturally to him. He didn't have a lot of personality. But at the same time, what a fucking hoss. You know, you knew he was going to be a big star, but was he ever going to get the goddamn gaga? Was he ever going to get the showbiz? Was he going to know when to cry, when to laugh, when to be sad, when to be happy, how to talk? That came actually really after he left, because when he left, I didn't think he was ready. But when I saw him working with Undertaker, when I saw him working with Kurt, when I saw him working with all those guys, he stepped up because he's a big money, he's a big game player.
He's good. He's good. Not taking away anything about that, because he's a good wrestler and a good athlete. He played some football too.
Could you have imagined under any circumstances making it in the NFL?
Well, it was a shot that I wanted to do, and I really thank the Vikings organization for allowing me to get my hands dirty at least.
You get in a fight here.
No, look at that. See, he pushed me off of him, and next thing you know, look at that. Look at how agile I am. Back on top again. Look at that.
But overall,
See that?
It was a pretty good experience for you.
It was.
But also at MMA training, he is legitimate badass outside the ring as well.
Well, he's as big as a house.
Yeah.
He is stronger than shit. He's got the cardiovascular conditioning of a fucking horse, like a championship horse. There is no way that you just some, steel worker walking in off the street are getting your fucking hands on a guy like Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
It's not gonna happen.
I remember, I can't remember the guest on Joe Rogan's podcast, though. They were doing a thing with DNA and human beings. Joe Rogan used Brock Lesnar as an example of, we're human beings. And he said, every time I've seen him in person, I shake his hand, I speak to him, and I look at how big he is. If you just seen in person how big he is, how big his hands are, how thick he is. And he said, I can't imagine. It was talking species, basically. And I can't remember the guest. Hell, it might have been Neil Tyson or someone,
Oh, Neil deGrasse, yeah.
So, I mean, someone very intelligent, obviously. But he goes, and I'm looking at this guy going, we are the same species. And he goes, it's not right. He goes, I'm barely, 5'9", and this guy's like 6'6", and he goes, and just the size of his body, though, he's talking about his hand size and stuff. He goes, if you put us together, you don't think, if you're talking to space aliens or whatever, you don't think you're the same species, man, because he's that fucking big in person. He really is putting him over on size-wise.
Yeah.
This is certain realities, man. We are talking to a guy like Brock Lesnar, and he's standing over you. There's at least 1% of your brain that's going, please don't fuck me. Please. It's not that he's gay, because he's not. It's not that even if he was gay, he couldn't do better than me. He could do way better than me. It's that if Brock Lesnar wanted to fuck you, it'd be his call. What are you gonna do? Fight it off for a certain amount of time? When you get that guy the size of Brock Lesnar, he might be able to fuck you on this stage. He might just drag you up here, pants doing Brock smash! Ah! And there might be 2,000 of us in here waiting for somebody else to say something first. Like, the only one in here that might be able to do something about it is Josh, and I might want to watch this play out and see how the fuck this all goes down. You don't want to be that first dude. Hey man, what you're doing is morally wrong. What? Brock smash you! And he flies into the audience. Fuck Stampede. I'm not really worried that Brock Lesnar would fuck me. What I'm really worried is that he would use me as a condom to fuck something way bigger. That's the real fear. That I'd wind up in the back of his pickup truck with a pair of bolt cutters going, why are we at the zoo? Shut up! Brock, make decisions!
Yeah.
Combine that with strength and athletic ability and mental fucking toughness. You got a damn machine. You got a cyborg, man.
There's two stories that reminds me of, but did you see the latest Avengers movie that came out at the beginning of 2018?
I did not.
Okay, so they find Thor floating through space. It's the Guardians of the Galaxy, right? And so Thor's laid out on this table, and Star-Lord's standing over him kind of talking shit. It's just some dude. And Drax is played by Dave Bautista. And he goes, no, you're a dude. That's a man.
He is not a dude. You're a dude. This is a man. A handsome, muscular man. I'm muscular.
It's like an angel and a pirate had a baby.
Yeah.
You're some dude, you know?
That's real good.
That's what that reminds me of. That's, yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of badasses at your bar, but like you said, and no disrespect to the steel worker or the railroad man or whoever that's had one too many, but man, you don't stand a real good chance against one of these elite athletes. It's just that is also a badass outside the ring.
Well, you know, brought nothing to the table. He had a different audience from UFC, and he's legit. That's probably, you know, that's what wrestling needs, like legit guys. So, yeah, they are doing it right, and, you know.
Order Pin Me, Pay Me, Have Boots Will Travel by professional wrestler Bobby Blaze Smedley. Go to Amazon.com and get your copy now. It's a powerful and insightful 5-star memoir available to download or in paperback print edition.